Leverage their desire for status. Humans have tons of biases. These are generally thought to be bad, things that are somehow wrong with us. But these are very useful. They were very useful. One common bias is we tend to assume we have much more agency than we really do. We tend to take credit for good things that happen to us, and we tend to externalize the bad things that happen to us. Good things happen to us because we are so awesome, but bad things happen to us because the world is messed up. If you're struggling, these kinds of biases can keep you stuck, but if you're interested in leveraging these, you can. One old school marketing truism is that you can sell anything to anybody if you validate their biases. Take designer goods, for example. People buy designer goods so they can flex, so they can signal their upper class status. But this is kind of an unconscious flex. If designer goods were to market themselves blatantly like this, nobody would buy them. For example, imagine a billboard with a picture of an expensive purse or something. And imagine that billboard had something like this. Buy this purse. Show off your high status to all the poor people. Nobody would buy it. So instead, they let this show off your high status part be kind of assumed. They'll instead make some kind of a vague statement. Acme purses, 100 years of quality or something. This blends in perfectly with our desire to be high status. Few people would ever actively claim they want status, but everybody responds to signals of high status or opportunities to get signals of high status. This is kind of what guys say about the ladies. Don't pay attention to what she says, pay attention to what she does. All humans are like this. What we say we like or want is always much different than the things we actually respond to. This is pretty easy to leverage once you know how to get people thinking and dreaming about things like high status or fame. But they won't act in terms of high status or fame. They'll act in terms of a rational story they'll tell themselves, a story they'll believe and own. Just like people who buy expensive designer type stuff wouldn't really admit the main reason they buy those things is for their high status signaling purposes. This is particularly easy to leverage conversationally, to lead them subconsciously toward ideas of fame and riches, etc. But in a way, well, they'll have a much more rational reason for doing what they are doing, what you want them to do. So they'll never have any kind of buyer's remorse. To learn more, visit mindpersuasion.com/3x3.